Some people are born and are naturally good at it, but it's very important especially for introverts, because they get a lot pushed over and exploited. You will be seeing me doing this every 10 minutes. So guys, it's just to test the distance. Oh, it's correct. Okay.
So man, thanks for coming in the show. Thanks for the stickers.
My pleasure, because if you see, that's the actual Pyramon from the NFT that you ordered, the Bill Cipher Pyramon.
Man, those are very cool.
Thank you. Okay, there are 3.
Yeah,
because
this is the one.
That's Bill Cipher. It's one of the best characters in animation ever.
I agree. This is why I think I asked you to do Bill.
This, and because it's yellow and black, your identity colors.
Yeah. That was
completely
I
random.
don't know. That's I don't know why. But it's a good quality printing.
Yes, and it's actually the not best top quality of the prints, but I did it just to test the platform, and they turned out really well. And the nice thing with them, it's not sponsored, but I will say the name of the actual brand, because they were really helpful and quick to deliver. It's called Pretty Good Stickers, and alongside with every order you make, they send you a pack of their stickers, like their logo, Pretty Good Sticker, in every quality they can offer, so you can see for yourself what kind of quality you can get. And it's like 15 or 20 different qualities. Luminescent, like hard vinyl, transparent, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
Pretty cool. Yeah, thank you for bringing those, man.
I hope they find their place.
As you can understand, we have to do with an artist today, Kner. Do you want to let the people know a little bit about you? What do you do? Who you are?
Yeah. Hi camera 1, hi camera 2, and hi camera 3. So yeah, I'm Sevastianos, the full name, or Kner. My artist name, it was like a tag I was using when I was doing graffiti when I was small, little, I don't know. And actually what I do now is I make designs, 2D art for games, for mobile games mostly, and illustrations.
Okay. But I do consider you like completely like an artist.
Yeah, I don't know. I because it's hard, because every time I need to explain to someone what I do for a living, I do these little designs for games in your mobile device. That's the way that I explain them, because here in Greece they're not familiar with 2D game artists. Are like, what's that?
Yeah,
like I do the little designs for your mobile game. So that's what I do, and I don't know what else.
You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I have a YouTube channel, guys. You should see us. You should see me.
Go check him out. Yeah, very artistic videos, but you have like a funny twist to it. So it's not so serious. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. I maybe I'm trying too hard to be funny, and that shows. But yeah, I got inspired to start my YouTube channel actually like 3-4 years ago, watching some other artists like Gox, Jazza, which they were doing time-lapse artwork, and mostly not digital but traditional, and I really liked the theme, but actually I also like comedy and stuff like that, and I'm trying to make a mold of all this stuff.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Thanks.
The first question I ask everyone in the podcast is, what's your goal and how far do you think you're
distance to destination?
Exactly.
I've come prepared.
If you're a fan of the show and if you have watched some of the podcast, I think you know.
It's the first segment. It's time, but it's a very cool question actually. And I was thinking before we start, and I'm in a place right now which I don't have a clear goal, because the goal some time ago was like staying in house, in my home, working from home, doing things I like, working for games for example, and getting paid and living as a freelancer from my home, which is what I do now. So I've reached that point where I wanted to be, and I'm kind of enjoying right now and searching for my next goal. It's one thing I have tons of projects in my mind, but not that kind of a big goal like that was.
Yeah, I see.
Living from home and working from home for things I love was a big goal. After COVID, I managed to do it, and I've kind of settled for a bit, and I'm searching for a new goal right now.
Nice. So you achieve that milestone. You're searching for the next one.
Yeah.
So if you think of it like a smaller thing, so not like a big milestone. So what's a small goal that you have for this year? Maybe a project. Maybe it's an NFTs.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's many things actually. But one big, slightly big thing that I want to accomplish in maybe not this year because it's coming to an end, but next year would be to make my card game. I mean, I started this collection with NFTs, but in the process I saw that I could make something out of it, and I always loved card games. So since I have a big collection with these little characters, I have a concept in my mind. I have worked in mobile games before, so I think I can make a card game that I would like to play. So that's a goal. I have a friend or two developers who are interested in working in their part-time for that, and making Pyramon the game.
Basically, yeah. Do you want to explain what this is the Pyramon? Do you want to explain what's the concept with
Yes. Actually, I think last year, when was the crypto hype?
Yeah, I think last one and a half
or
years?
2 years ago, maybe.
Something like that.
So I was watching this craze with NFTs and what was happening, and I actually really like the idea of instead of making
Σας ακούμε πάρα πολύ.
the set.
Ακούμε όλη την ώρα.
We have company in the set, guys. We have a live audience, and
We have a live audience. So if you hear people speaking in the background,
that happens in not live shows. This happens. But anyway, what I was saying, yes,
about Pyramon.
So I like the idea of having my artwork directly sold in a collector instead of having to print and go to a convention and sell my prints. It was like the same, but in the digital world. So I saw it like this, and I kinda took inspiration from the Ethereum logo, which is an actual like a rhomboid pyramid. Pyramid. So I don't know. I inspired and made these pyramid-shaped monsters. So these are Pyramon. They all share the same body. Let's say it's two pyramids on top of each other, and they come in different skins. And some of these, if you can see right now, they are fan art. So this is inspired from Deadpool. This is inspired from Rick from Kner Born, and this is from Bill Cipher. But they are. I have a lot of original and fan art, fan made, which I'm not sure how it will play out if I want to make it in a game, and if it would be a problem or if I would have to use only the original ones. But I have enough, so it shouldn't be a problem.
So in mobile games, I've seen a lot of times that they use like characters like Rick and Morty and stuff.
Yes,
but it's not like the name changes. It's like
I mean,
professor.
Yes, it could be
space.
Professor. Actually, the names are Deadpool, or some slightly variations from their original names, but I can change them enough so they don't resemble nor the original name, even the colors of the actual characters. I mean, I could change the colors and keep the shape, and it will be a different one.
True.
And then after some time passed, and I gathered a lot of these little monsters. Since I began drawing them in cards, actually, not like this. I mean, only with. I mean, I dropped them. I dropped them. This is my brain trying to mix English with Greek and stuff. But anyway, I can manage.
No worries.
So yes, I designed them as actual cards. So then I came up with an idea of making a card game out of them, and I had a concept, an inspiration from a card game from Final Fantasy VIII. They had a mini card game inside the game, and I haven't seen much of that gameplay mechanic in many card games. There have been some examples, but I'm thinking of bringing that gameplay with these cards and a new story. So a new game, a new competitive card game with these characters.
Okay. Is there any plan to also at some point print them and be like an actual?
Yes, actually, the first thought was to actually make a printed game. But I spoke with a friend of mine who worked in the actual board games business to get some advice about if it will be feasible. But it's hard to make what I had in mind. So I had in mind something like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering, where you take packs and decks and stuff like that. But you need an enormous budget behind that.
Yeah.
And not one person or two working on that.
Yeah, because it's not like a box.
Yeah.
You have everything. You need to buy boosters.
Yes. And you need a huge team behind it. It could work like as a separate Kickstarter project. Something like a collector's item. So that's what I was thinking about after making a game, which I know I work in the mobile game industry. So I know the how-tos, let's say. After that, maybe I would make a collector's edition.
Yeah. So if it's a success, then you can do like an extra fun project.
Yes. But even if it's not a success, I would print a physical deck because I really like them. I don't know.
Yeah. For sure.
Just to close it as a project.
Yeah.
Because I've been working on them in my part-time for like 1.5 or 2 years. So it would be a nice closure to that.
Okay.
Alongside with the game.
I would like to have the game actually.
you will. When the time comes, and you
will. Okay. So when is the plan to launch the mobile game?
Yeah, no plan at all. I mean, I'm currently in the stage of I have collected all the cards, I have made the file, and I'm preparing some designs of how it would work and how I'm making a UI map of how the game will work. So I don't have any actual
from 1 to 10.
We are on the 0.5.
0.5. Okay, long way to go.
At 1.5, because I have the idea. I know how the gameplay will work, but I don't have the visuals yet. And the code. I don't have the visuals and the code. So we're at 1.5, but I have the concept and a bit of the lore.
Okay. Nice. And this started as an NFT, the whole Pyramon idea.
Yes, only for only as an NFT project.
Yeah. And so how does it go with NFTs? Because you did it when it was in the hype. So it was like you had a lot of people buying and purchasing. So how it's going now?
Not good. Actually, I was expecting better. I don't know. I was really hyped when the whole NFT craze was going around. As I see now, even the crypto craze and the NFT everything has gone down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will go back again or at the same hype and stats as one year ago, let's say. But at the beginning, imagine I'd made like about $200 to $400, something like that.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's enough for the time I have invested. But the good thing is that I want to make something out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Even now that it doesn't work, you continue working on it. So
yes, because I want to make it something else.
Yeah.
If it was just for NFTs, it would be a big waste of time.
Yeah.
But since I got the idea of making a game, or even printing the stickers or some small prints that I was thinking of having on some conventions with me. It would work long term, just as a nice project that I did, and it can sell a bit. But I actually enjoyed working on them. It was how to say, in the midst of all the paid work I had to do for others, it was relaxing just working on one Pyramon, which could take me like 1 or 2 hours or even less. But doing whatever I want without someone saying me, this shadow here needs to be corrected. This pixel here. So it's like I did something for me. And even the $200 or $400 that I made, yes, it's actually worth it because I was doing something for me. I'm sorry, fans. I have Christos there working on the camera. Christos is a Swiss Army knife guy. He works on lighting, cameras, sound, designs, websites. I don't know. I want to make a question, actually. Is it something that you don't do? Is there something that you're not good at, let's say?
Probably a lot of things.
I don't buy it. If you have seen, if you have met also Chris, you know, I mean, you're super active, you're super creative, you're smart, you do things. I mean, it's not like you're a no-lifer that sits in house and I only do designs or video. I mean, you make it look easy. You make everything. Okay, let's make a Pikachu painting with black light. Let's make custom-made microphones. I don't know, everything.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a lot of things that I'm not good at. I don't remember names.
Yeah, that's a very bad thing. Guys, I pity the fool who doesn't remember names.
I'm not good at math.
We have computers. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to find something that he's not good at. Tough question.
I'm an introvert, so it's tough to speak my mind.
That maybe. That maybe. Yes.
Not maybe. But you're also super talented. You're doing like so much stuff at the same time. I
didn't give you the compliment, so you can pass it back to me.
No, it's
but thank you.
And basically, for people that don't know, we met in the graphic design school.
Yeah, in graphic design school.
A few years back. Yeah, I remember you from back then. You always was drawing on paper or doing something all the time. How did you get into gaming, like mobile gaming? I mean, is it something that you always was fascinating to you?
No. I was always fascinated by gaming in general, not mobile gaming. And I always wanted actually to work on games, board games at first, and then video games. So actually, my way went like from drawing for my pleasure and making a small portfolio in DeviantArt, if you remember that site.
Yeah. I think I remember you in DeviantArt.
Yeah.
Because back in school, I think most people had this.
Yes, it was like after MySpace, the best thing the best alternative to Facebook for artists. Something like that. I don't know. And I was lucky enough to be seen from there from a Greek board game company called the Silas. So they found me through there. And I actually went and worked. My first paid full-time job as an artist was working in a board games company in the Silas for some years. And after that, I was searching for a new job, and there was a mobile game studio in Athens where Melitini actually saw the ad, I think, the opening for the job. And she's in the set here. Thank you, Melitini. And I applied there, and I started working in mobile games in around 2018.
Okay.
And since then, my full-time main job is working on mobile games. I always wanted to work on console or PC games as well, but I will do that sometime, someday.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I read a lot of things. Actually, before I work in mobile game industry, I was lucky enough to meet my friend Dimitris Klisiaris during the army, during my service. So we made an actual 2D platform game when we were serving, because we were lucky enough to have our laptops inside. And we made the whole concept and like 60% of the game while serving in the army. And I had this game to present to that studio when I went and looking for a job. So I was like, I already made a game with my friends, so I know how to do things.
So for people that don't know, in Greece, you need to go to the army. It's like
it's obligatory.
It's obligatory, yeah. But you can understand the level of how good Greek army is since you're making.
I have a photo. I was lucky enough because I was in a service like watching the cameras in my last 6 months during the service, and that gave us a lot of free time. And I was serving in a room where there was like cameras watching the airplanes that was invading the Greek territory. And from the left side we have a huge projector. And one time, because I had my laptop, I had the game emulator called Dolphin, and we had the controllers, and we played Super Mario Kart in the projector during service hours. It was really nice. It was a very fun memory from the army.
Okay. So you can understand.
Yes. It wasn't always like that, but there were chill moments.
Yeah. Cool. I totally forgot what I wanted to ask.
That's okay.
Do you have any idea what's the big difference of working right now on mobile game, work on like games for PC, console?
Yes. I don't fully know because I haven't worked on a full-scale PC or console project. But one of the most important things and a very big difference would be like the how would I say it? We have a very strange limitation in mobile gaming where you have to design for mobile, whatever that means. You have to design the same game for a small screen of an iPhone to a large screen of a tablet. So you have to have the same game, the same screens, but it has to be responsive. In console or PC games, that's not true because you will play on a screen. You won't play on a tablet, or you won't play on a mobile device. So the ratios of the screens that change in mobile, and you have to think everything. I mean, the background cutscene that's when played in tablet, or it doesn't look nice there, or that's a bit more technical, which I don't think exists so much in PC or console gaming, but I'm sure they will have their own difficulties. And
I think there is some games that have an exception, but I think racing games, where if you put 3 screens, you can see the side of the car.
Okay, I get
but it's
that.
Like an extreme.
Yeah. There will be. I'm sure there will be a lot of technical limitations that I don't know because I haven't worked fully in that industry.
I get the idea.
Yeah, but that responsiveness is a bit. Kind of a nuisance. Nice word. Other than that, I don't know. It's not a very different not very different work.
And so you start from graffiti, and then you went to graphic design from that?
Yes.
How was the transition?
Actually, because we're in Greece. We're in Greece, and because I was doing graffiti, and my parents were, graffiti, graphic design, makes sense. It doesn't, but anyway. But yeah, I really liked drawing since I was little, on everything, coloring pages, drawing everything. Then, luckily, I met some people, some friends which hooked me up with graffiti, and after that, I was keep drawing every day, and I wanted to do something which has to do with art or drawing. I didn't like the concept of studying fine arts because I don't know. I didn't think of myself like an artist. So the other option was like architectural school, and graphic design was something in the middle. So I went on graphic design without ever thinking much of it. But I'm glad I did because they had a lot of different curriculums to show you: animation, comics, graphic design, logo, brand identity stuff, which gives you a lot of options to choose what you like and what you want to work on more.
Yeah, definitely. I think the same thing. I didn't know what graphic design was.
I wanted to
and
ask you.
I just went there. I did have the chance to, before getting graphic design school day, to do it in high school for 2 years.
Okay.
So
was it like a technical high school?
Technical. So I had like an idea of what it was, but before that, I didn't have any idea. Also coming from a graffiti background.
Okay. I didn't know that you were doing graffiti when you were small. What do you do? I mean, were you doing like letters or tagging or what? Characters?
So I think kind of everything, because I wasn't in Athens. So it wasn't that easy. So I was just experimenting with friends, trying to do different stuff. I did prefer characters, obviously. But doing also letters, tagging, not so much. I will do tags only in if it was a very difficult place to do it. So if you needed to climb somewhere.
Okay, so people can see, how did he get there?
Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. And you?
I actually started with letters, but as I grow up and as I paint now, sometimes, only characters. Yeah, I like the characters.
Makes sense.
yes, I think it makes sense.
Legal, illegal?
Mostly legal. But when I was small and I was experimenting, it was like in both illegal and legal. But it was like illegal in like abandoned places and stuff like no one didn't ever care.
Yeah. Same.
But it's fun. Graffiti was something that made me socialize with other people, because before that I was very timid. I was very shy, not getting out of. My parents were begging me, go with a coffee, go for a walk with your friends. I had only 2 or 3 friends, and my fun time was like going to a place of a friend to play a video game. And they were worried. And graffiti was a thing that made me socialize, made me hang out with people in the square and outside. So it was like something that gave me some confidence.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. It's like a tag saying, they say graffiti saved my life. It goes around like a tag. I mean, if you're into graffiti, you might have seen that. So graffiti maybe saved my life.
I like that your parents were more worried you playing video games than going to graffiti.
I mean, they weren't so worried, but because my brother was very social and very outgoing, and I was like inside. I don't mind. I will sit inside. I will draw in my room, or I will play a game on my Game Boy or something like that.
Okay. I think I had the same. Like my sister was very, very extrovert. I'm very introvert. But I remember when I moved to Athens, I didn't know anyone. And one day I was working alone, and I smelled the Montana cans. I could tell the difference if it's Montana or Sabotage.
Yes,
and I went inside the alley and talked to the guys, which even now I wouldn't do.
Yeah,
which is very weird.
What did you say? I actually.
I remember they were like very like 5 years older than me, so they were like, but they were scared that I went and talked to them. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Are you gonna give us to the cops or something like that? In TE or in Athens?
No, in Athens. Back then I was in high school.
Okay. Before studying. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, graffiti is nice. Graffiti is nice.
So you're a fan of the show. I don't know if you remember, but there is a segment where I ask 3 fast random questions.
Yes. I wasn't prepared for that.
Even
I
if you
forgot about
were,
it.
you don't know the question.
Yes,
So.
that's true.
So basically, I'm gonna ask 3 random questions. You can answer with the first thing that pops in your mind, and then you can explain why.
Okay.
Question number 1: Which is your favorite art?
Nicola Saviori. It was very fast.
Yeah,
but
right.
I had that because I actually recently, like 6 months ago, I made a video. Do you want me to explain now?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
No,
I made a video about him. It's he's an Italian video game artist. I don't know. I love his art style. He's cartoony with great expressions on his characters. He's actually worked right now on the latest work that I've seen was in Crash Bandicoot 4 and in Spyro the Dragon, the Reignited trilogy, the remake that they did. So not only him, a lot of other artists work there as well. But I mean, his style for me, it's unique, it's quirky, it's colorful, it's I don't know, the characters, the creatures that he produces, they are, I don't know, mind blowing, amazing. And I answered that quickly because I made a video about him recently, so that's why.
Okay, again, has a YouTube channel. Go check him out.
Yes,
I'm gonna ask you actually about it.
Yeah, I'll tell.
So for now, second one is what is an underestimated skill that everyone should learn?
Communication. Yes, I don't know. I'm in the state right now that I believe that communication is key to everything. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything, to relationship, work, relationship with yourself, ability to communicate your feelings to the world. So, I consider it's one of the most important things that everyone should work on.
Okay.
The ability to communicate.
So I'm going to ask you the third one, but then I'm going to ask you more about communication because I think it's very interesting. So you're doing both digital and traditional drawing. If you had to pick one of the two to do forever,
I would pick traditional.
Okay.
Yes,
Why is that?
traditional. It's a very unique feeling that I get whenever I draw something on paper or on a canvas or a large paper, which I don't get that with the screen. I mean, I may really like the output that I will do. It's easier. I can do more complex stuff, but I prefer to do worse art because I don't have the transform tool or the undo. But it gives me that satisfaction that I can't get with digital art. It's I don't know. I think because you also do both. I personally get a feeling when I'm like in the middle or middle to 70% of the painting that I get some when it starts to look a bit good. I get something like an ecstasy, like I really want to continue working on it. So it's different. I don't get that too often with digital art, but traditional, and also gives me the pleasure of holding it and having it in my hand.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, even me when I do something by hand, which I don't do often anymore, I always think at the end, maybe I need to do that more. So, yeah.
So what do you prefer, digital or traditional? If you have to pick only one. But don't think about like if your livelihood depends on it.
Yeah,
Only
obviously, if I needed to pick one in order to make a living and need to work, it's digital.
Yeah, I mean only as a hobby. If you don't consider
if it's a hobby, I do prefer traditional because it's more fun. It's more I don't know.
I don't know. It's messy. It's fun. It's cathartic.
And I definitely agree. Like you have a different feeling when you do it. So you talked about communication and how important it is. So I want to ask you to maybe we can dive deeper into
So yeah, we're talking about communication
Mm-hmm.
and how important that can be for creatives, designers, artists, and our guild. What words do we use today? We're like two stoic philosophers. So yes, communication is a skill yeah, it is a skill, you can learn it.
Yeah. It is.
Some people are born and are naturally good at it, but it's very important for, especially for introverts,
Mm-hmm.
because they get a lot pushed over and exploited or not being understood because they can't. It's hard for them to communicate their feelings, their wants, their emotions. So working on communicating firstly what you feel, what you want to do, is a very important step on having a very balanced work life, personal life, and everything. And communicating, for example, if we want to put it in perspective in the work, you have a client and you want to make a design. They want to make a design. They want you to make a design for them. And so the best way to do it nicely and hassle free and everything will go well is by having the best possible communication with them and knowing what to expect, what they expect from you, what you can offer to them, and then things will go smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very deep concept, the theme of communication.
Yeah. And I think exactly what you said, like most creatives, sometimes they're gonna ask me, or they're gonna wonder how I can fix that issue I have with a client.
Mhm.
And most of the times the answer is go back and see the communication we had in the first call, in the first meeting with them. And if you fix that, basically you're solving the whole
The problem that
journey that you had later on. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? What do you consider yourself?
I don't know. I'm a switch. I don't know. I feel like an introvert a lot of times, and I want my quiet and peace. And I don't seek to go out too much or do a lot of external activities. I enjoy my loneliness sometimes, but when I am with company, and I guess I will present it like this. It's like I have a meter. Like when it goes down, I want to be left alone for some time. But when I reach a point that I am for too many hours, days, I don't know, where I have filled with loneliness, I want to be social. So I go out and meet with guys, meet with friends, and get the social experience that I need.
Okay.
But then I get fed up with it, and I don't want this anymore. I want to go back.
It's like you have a battery and you're charging it, and then when it reaches like the peak, you need to go outside and
something like that
again.
But when I'm with people, it's the time that I want company, and I'm a bit of more of an extrovert. But then I want to stay at home for a long period of time and recharge.
Okay. I guess this is how it is with everyone, but everyone has a different level of where they need to stay alone or etc. So for you, communication, was it easy to do, or was you needed to try more?
I'd say hard to do. Okay. I can say doing therapy for like 2.5 or 3 years now. That's a thing that helped me being able to listen to myself and communicate better what I want. And I was in a better position to hear what other people want and put my needs and wants out there, and things are getting better for me. It's getting easier actually, because when I didn't communicate what I needed or what I wanted, even if it was in personal or business life, people not always exploit you, but they actually don't know what you need, so they can work with you. So if you say what you need or what you want or what you expect, you might not get it done, but it will be considered. It will be heard, or you will have said it and at least you did what you should do.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. If we go to, first of all, I think what you said is very important because it helps you in your everyday life, and this also helps you in your business part. But yeah, if you go to the business part with a client and you have an issue with that, but you don't express it, then he or she doesn't know that. So they continue maybe asking for revisions or whatever, and you don't say anything, so they keep asking for it.
And then you feel bad, but it should be you that you should have cleared the waters and say how.
Yeah, exactly.
How it
because
should go.
normally as creatives we're gonna say, oh, he's a hole and he doesn't understand and he's asking for 10 like different revisions. But if you did tell him that we said in the beginning we're gonna have only 2 revisions, for example, and he's keep asking for the 10th, then yeah, he is he's
But
an a-hole because you already tell him that you don't want to do that.
Then the thing is how much tolerance you have on dealing with these kind of situations. I mean, I'm not perfect. I talk about communication and how important that is, but it's been really hard for me even a dust particle. It's been even really hard for me to be consistent with my communication because I'm still learning it. I haven't perfected it, not even by a long shot, but I'm trying. But I see that even a bit that I've fixed it, it has helped me both in personal and business life.
What's the biggest difference that you're seeing now?
I'm calmer.
Oh, okay.
Things that happen in work doesn't affect me outside of work because I've said what I need and can do, and I don't get that much affected by what happens because I don't know, because the communication is clearer. And I don't know, I keep saying the same thing, but I don't know exactly how to explain it a bit better. I mean, communication is better. Communication is key, but I don't know.
So from what I understand, it's easier for you now to basically separate the two.
Yes.
So this is where also, because you talk about it before, life balance comes.
Yes.
Because you can separate them.
And also, there are a lot of things. I mean, even communicating with your clients or with yourself, that's a big thing as well. Communicating your ambition, having your ambition on one side and your self, and put them in a table and communicating what can be done so you don't overwork yourself to death and have a life where you're happy and calm. Do the thing you love. Live the life you want, because if you only work and do the thing you love, you won't live to, I don't know, appreciate the thing that you did. But it's a constant hustle between having to do the work, having to do the living. I don't know. I've lost it a bit.
Yeah, I think because you said like one of your big milestones, one of your big goals that you achieved was to work from home. And I think for most people hearing or watching this, they will say that's my big dream to do that. But a lot of people, when they do that, they realize that that's not for me.
Yes,
or something
it's hard. I mean, because I think a lot of people tried that during the pandemic years that we went through. So they saw that isn't for everyone. I'm sure that isn't for everyone. But even for me, that I was dreaming about it and I enjoy it, you need some stuff to keep you away from home. Physical activities, hobbies, stuff that gets you out so you can enjoy the time that you work in, because you get that a lot when you work on an office, on the commuting and stuff, but it's too much and it tires you when you work outside every day. For me, it's better work inside every day, but even if once in a while you go to an office to have like a hybrid version, get some socializing, because we need socializing. But you need something to get you out to recharge gets you a bit, because I don't know, you need to get social. Even if you're an introvert, you getting a bit social life helps you.
I think what you said, find a hobby or a sport. I
Yes.
think you're doing tennis, taekwondo.
Yes,
What
I'm
else?
doing tennis, self-defense, taekwondo, stuff like that.
Okay.
Those are the two main hobbies. And recently we're playing bowling.
Okay.
Actually, today we made practice. We asked for a guy there in the center that we are going, and he did us like a coaching session, and we were way better. Our technique.
Yeah.
But yeah, a sport actually helps because it actually gets you moving, gets you out of that chair that we sit as creatives and artists
And I
behind
think
the screen.
it helps also your mind. Like,
Yes.
you
It's
stop
essential.
thinking about the same thing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm saying that things that help, I wanted to ask you about that thing that I've seen you promoting. I've seen you promoting some magic seeds. How's it called?
Magic Mind?
Magic Mind, yes.
Yeah.
So how does that work? You see how organic this promotion. But anyway, I really because we were talking about exercising and how it helps your mind. How does that work?
So that was like the first sponsor I had for the podcast.
Okay.
Which was pretty interesting. And basically they have like nootropics in it, which is one part. And I talked with Thanos, which was in the previous podcast. He was researching a lot about nootropics. And basically it's like a thing that helps your mind to focus. And the best and worst example is the movie Limitless, where he takes the pill and like everything becomes clear. Obviously, it's not in that level.
Yeah, but does it resemble that thing? I mean, when you cut it
in 1%.
Okay, but when you cut off of that product, does your mind like goes to zombie state or
No.
I mean, are you back to where you were before, or it doesn't affect you like that?
Yeah, I don't think it does affect you so much. I think it's all natural because in the movie it's obviously like, made up. And they have like other things in there like vitamins, mushrooms, different stuff that help you out. And the difference was with energy that they don't have the caffeine, which boosts you up and then drops. It was like more a study thing. And I actually wanted to do an experiment with that.
Yeah, I was seeing that on the
I need to work on the video and everything, but the idea was to keep track of it like a month after it finished, so I can see if
okay. So have you run the
I
whole
didn't
period?
finish. No, because I had an issue and I need to stop, so I need to restart it now.
Okay.
For a whole month again.
Okay. But it will be a very interesting video to see how that to write down how it affected you. If you saw any changes or stuff like that, it will be very interesting.
I think when I drank it in the morning, I did feel like I had some difference. But again, I think even for me that I don't believe in that, I'm biased on it. This is why I wanted to do like an experiment and have like specific
because I
notes and
for everything that I hear in that context, I have a small thought in the back of my mind, like it may be a placebo effect or something like that.
I think definitely there is placebo effect.
But that helps as well. I mean, if it helps, I don't mind being a placebo.
Like even for me that I know that it could be a placebo, at the same time it helps. So it's very,
but it's useful. If it helps, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I will do the experiment.
We're waiting for the video.
I will edit it in 4 years.
Anyway, anytime it drops, it will be interesting enough.
Yeah, I do have some bottles if you want to try.
Okay. He's going to drag me, and I'm afraid. My name is Sevos. You will find if you don't find my body, you know what he has done.
If you don't see him again, I will not release the video. So
I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I told you you're smart, so I'm not thinking 2 moves ahead.
Or maybe I will release it so everyone will think that
it was a joke.
Yeah, that nothing happened.
He's a mastermind, an evil mastermind.
I think I asked you that before we talked,
Mm-hmm.
because we were together in the graphic design school.
Yes.
So if you could go back graphic design school when you were starting, what tips could you give to yourself?
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. I wish I knew what tip to give my younger self. But I don't know. One would be don't work too hard. I don't know. Yes,
Okay.
it's not worth it. Or maybe it is worth it, but it depends the person. I actually met an artist that I admire so much, a Greek artist yesterday, and I was like, I haven't never met him in person ever, but I knew his artwork, and it's like for me one of the top Greek artists in the game industry, and I was like, dude, how and why are you so good? Why the fuck are you so good? Why? And his response was like, dude, from 20 years old, I didn't have a life, literally. I was only working and like obsessed with becoming better and drawing and drawing. And didn't. It wasn't worth it. I mean, he's in an extremely amazing level right now. And he can actually work wherever he wants, in my opinion. I don't know about him. But seeing that in your emotionally and I don't know, as a person, it in the end, maybe it isn't worth it. Maybe other things are worth more than actual being good at design, at your communication with clients. Maybe the first thing for me to watch is being okay with yourself, being happy, and then yes, go work your ass out. I don't know, but starting from the a place of being first good with yourself, being happy, and then putting work a bit second. But it's not easy. It's not easy. Even for me saying it, I always have the obsession to be better, to work a bit more, to hustle, to hunt this project and the other one. But again, with therapy, I have I'm trying to balance it. I'm trying to listen to my body. I'm trying to listen to when I'm tired, when I don't want to work more. So yes, I'm trying. Yes, one advice I would give to designers, because I know how competitive the field is, and that it makes you go all in if you want to make it. So yes, go all in, but it has its
yeah, I think
downs.
you need to, as you said, you need to be more skeptical about it and know that if I do this and take this route, then I'm gonna miss out on this part of my life.
Yes,
if
but
that's okay with you.
But you know, it's not easy, because if I go, like, I'm 32 years old right now. If I go to a 20-year-old and say something like that, it will be like, dude, old man, what are you saying?
Yeah, but
because you have a bit of more obsession when you're young about something, and you don't think of the repercussions that may have.
I think it's the opposite. I think most 20 years old, they won't think about having the obsession, being better and working more. They will be like, let's party more and I can work later.
Yeah, maybe I'm speaking from my experience.
Obviously you're speaking from your experience. And if I go back, I can think myself the same thing. But I guess, I don't know, for most people, I feel they
are more...
It depends on the person, I guess.
Yes. But I say it because I remember I compared the design students, even when we were studying, versus the other types of students, like in other fields, like mathematics. No, mathematics is hard and they study really hard. But other more general economics stuff, which I thought that those people kind of party, and we the designers have to make all the essays, the exhibitions, I don't know, everything to work on that. So I had the image that most of the people in the graphic design school, like, they worked.
Okay.
So yes.
Going back to the communication, so I don't forget,
Mhm.
do you have any tips that will help you that you maybe used? You said therapy.
Yes,
which
therapy is very important because a tip that works for me may not work for everyone. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
therapy is like communicating about yourself to your therapist
Mm,
and finding things that work for you and discover things about you.
okay.
So a tip, yes, could be therapy,
Mhm.
and yes, like listening to your body
Mm,
and admitting that when you want something or when you don't want to be somewhere or when something doesn't work for you. I mean, even your body tells you like something's going wrong, or your emotions. I mean, when you are in a situation, in a business situation, and they treat you with no respect, or I don't know, something that you don't like, but you don't admit it,
mm,
you will see it coming out in other aspects of your life. I mean, you will be aggressive, maybe in your social life, or depressed, or something will go wrong. So maybe if you see yourself going through a phase like that, just maybe you could look it up. Maybe
mm.
something is going wrong, and try to identify what. And then I
Okay.
don't know what to do with it, but identify the problem first, and then if you identify it,
Yeah, yeah,
you will
yeah.
see that it is a problem, and if you can fix it.
So basically, it's like you're we are not even hearing ourselves, and we need to look for signs,
Hmm.
and then when those happen, we need to think like, why my body
Yeah,
is doing this? Maybe it's
my
because of
body
that.
or my or your the way you treat yourself and
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
other. I mean,
yeah,
the way you behave.
yeah.
But yes, with all that TikTok, with all that information that we are bombarded every way,
Mhm.
every day, every minute, every second, it's very hard to listen to yourself if
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
don't consciously try have a moment for yourself. I mean,
Yeah. Do you have a moment in the day, week, or anything that
I
you
try.
can be alone with your thoughts?
I try, but I fail. I fail dramatically because, for example, every summer I try to read books
Mm-hmm.
during vacation, which is a very nice, relaxing time and makes me think more. Um, but yeah, when the summer period ends, again, I may be with my phone or with my
Mm-hmm.
sweets on the bed, with my phone in the toilet. I mean, before I will get in the background after we finish what we're talking because I didn't get to mention the amazing background that you have today with us, and I hope to see it more background. I want to see the final video in the end to see how it will look because it's amazing. The painting that you have made is amazing as well.
Thanks.
So what we're talking about? Yeah, I don't have a moment for myself mostly in during my work days,
Mm-hmm.
but I am trying to work on it.
Okay.
I should have. I should have. I mean, even if some artists or some other people that I admire do, they keep writing diaries of what happened
Mm,
through the day, just a page. Yeah, so it works.
yeah. Uh, I have to recommend Deprivation Pod.
Yeah,
How it's called?
yes, we were talking about it with Melitinis
Don't
today.
remember exactly the exact name, but yeah, call it
Sensory
Sensory
deprivation.
Deprivation.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've heard it through your talks with Thanos and
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
podcast, and it seems very
It's
interesting.
very interesting, and definitely you are alone with your thoughts, and
How's
there's
that
nothing
feeling?
else.
How's that feeling
So
inside that pod?
for me, because I'm a psycho, it feels normal. So yeah, I think most people, the guy there, the first time he told me that a lot of people they're gonna freak out, and if you want to get out, you can just get out because it's weird to. And I think we don't do it that much. Being alone, weird.
That's why it gets weird.
Yeah, and but for me it was like from the first time, very nice experience because it was so quiet and there's nothing, no distraction, anything. I immediately felt like I'm in my element. I'm
Yeah, it sounds very
so,
interesting.
yeah, maybe you
I want to try it. I want to
yeah.
try it. Actually, we were talking about it actually 2 or 3 hours before we get here
Oh,
with Melanie about because we were talking about shrooms and stuff like that, about experiences. And one of experience that would be amazing to live is that
definitely try it out.
sensory deprivation.
And it's like basically, for the people that don't know, it's like a tank which is filled with water, and it has so many salt in it that basically your body is floating. So if you have no sound and no light, so it's completely dark, and it's like if you stay completely still and you don't move, it's like you're floating in space, because the water is the same temperature as your body, so you don't feel it.
That must feel amazing. The sense.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird.
Okay. I want to try it.
Definitely recommend it. For me, it was like doing like a meditation, but in a higher level. It's like cheating. Like you have a cheat code in a game, and from level 1 you go to level 10.
Okay, because meditation is a very important thing that I want to put in my life. I mean, even 5-10 minutes, staying still with my thoughts, without even a book, without even anything.
And I think, the hard part in the beginning is to not have the distractions, like the sounds, the visuals, everything. In there, you don't have them.
Yes. So that's the cheat code.
Yeah. So definitely, you should try
up, down, left, right.
Yeah, exactly. So you know it. We're gonna have it underneath the screen, so you can copy.
Oh no, that's amazing. Amazing background again, and the light that you have put to it makes it stand out even more. And I don't know. Sorry, that orange color that you have used. It's orange. It's
pink, but because we have the light, it becomes more orange. Yeah,
but when the light turns off, it's pink. Okay.
So in the flames, this is the orange.
Yes.
But I can see it makes sense because it looks weird with
now. I can't unsee I can't see again the orange that I was
seeing as orange.
Yes, because I compare it with the actual orange. But that's nice.
I didn't ask you about traveling.
Yes,
because I know that it was, I think, before or after going to graphic design school, you went to Spain for a year, remember?
After. I mean, during the graphic design school, we went with my girlfriend Melitini for Erasmus. Sorry, we have some upset in the set. Vreset? They're being very loud.
Can you hear them?
Yes, I leave a comment if you can hear the. If you can hear them, leave a comment down below. Yes, please stop. Let the guys do their talking, and we will finish. But yeah, traveling, and let's close with that because
you also went to India.
Okay, yeah, India was like terrible experience. It was an amazing / terrible experience because my girlfriend got sick there, Melitini, and we were very worried. Like she had high fever, like 14 degrees, and we were in a very bad situation. We didn't know where to go. We didn't want to admit in a hospital there because we were afraid that they will hold us there. So, and actually she got bronchopneumonia, if I'm saying it correctly in English, and she needed like 6 months to be perfectly okay and get back to her physical activities and stuff like that. Yeah, but yes, we got to see the Taj Mahal. We got invited to a wedding, but due to our sickness, we missed the wedding. We were just sick in the hotel and just. But anyway.
Any plans for any next?
I would like to visit Japan.
Yeah. And you're learning Japanese.
Yes, I'm learning like basic phrases with Duolingo for the past couple of months. And yes, I'd really like to visit Japan someday because I really like all the art that they have there. So that's a dream of me. That's another goal set. But I don't have a set goal. Other than that, as a kid, I always wanted to see all the wonders of the world, like the pyramids in Giza or the Great Wall of China.
How many have you seen? How many have you checked?
Zero.
You have
The easiest would be the pyramids, which are close to Greece.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay, before we close, I think I have one last question for you. And it's about feedback and how you...
Oh, feedback.
Yeah. How,
you mean feedback in our work?
Yeah. And I mean, like I have an idea in artists and designers, so maybe I want to ask you more about how to take feedback as an artist, but you can expand on it as you please.
Okay. I mean, how do I take feedback personally or how? Okay.
Or how you manage it, how to make it easier, because I know it's a hard part for creatives to...
I take it very badly.
Feedback.
I pray that there isn't feedback on the designs that I deliver, but there always is. One part that I have made peace with is that there will always be feedback. And to be frank and to be honest, most times, if not all times, feedback has make my work better.
Okay.
So because I tend to be a bit not lazy, but not the perfectionist. So when I deliver something, when I'm done working on something, I will deliver it. Maybe I'll see a small flaw. I won't deliver something problematic or something bad. I will deliver something good, but maybe not perfect. Maybe until the point that I am personally satisfied with that. And most of the times that I get feedback from for my work, it is to make it better. So I have made a peace with that. So, but I don't want to have any feedback when I do projects for myself. For example, when I make a drawing for me, and I show it to Meltini, and I say, what do you think about that? Meltini is a perfectionist and always sees what can be done better. But I can't. I just saw it so I can hear it. Oh, that's very nice. Good work. That's what I want to hear. Because it's something for me, it's something for a gift, I don't know, it's something fun.
Okay. So why do you ask then? You can ask
to get a confirmation and to get to be assured that I don't know, to share my joy that I created something when it's for fun. Okay, because when I actually want feedback, I will ask and expect for feedback.
I think that's the difference that I made in my mind with designers and artists. That as a designer, you can and you should separate yourself with the work and be like, that's my work, I just delivered it. It's not like part of me anymore. I can take the feedback. But as an artist, you are still attached.
Yeah, but what is an artist? I mean, an artist is only someone who does paintings for galleries.
For you, what's an artist?
Someone who does paintings for galleries.
So if you don't do portraits for galleries, you're not an artist? You don't consider yourself an artist?
Yeah, I mean, I have this trauma from the graphic design school because we're working in the business of applied art. So the art that I'm making is now, for example, applied to a sticker. I have to make sure that everything goes well in the printing. I have to also have technical or some thoughts on the art that I'm making, how it will be applied on a website, on a game. It has some technical constraints. But for an artist that does paintings for galleries, it's just a canvas, and they can do whatever they want. And it's not like in this gallery we don't. It doesn't match, which may be a thing. I don't know.
But even for those, it's something that you do for you for fun.
Yeah,
you
but
don't need to put
yes,
stickers.
the stickers they came second. I mean, the first part was I'm doing it for fun. They can be made stickers. Okay, let's do it. It's not like I want to make some stickers. Let's see how to make them. But I have the curse of since I studied applied arts, everything that I do is just not art; it's a design. But it's not true. I don't know. I have confused them in my mind.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I can see you as an artist actually.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because I try to see myself as well, and even the title of art director, which I have in my company right now, it was very hard for me to accept that. Why I am an art director, which has an actual explanation. You are the head of how the overall art of the project will see.
Mhm.
Okay. But for me, the title of the art director was something like, I don't know, an intellectual who's like with brushes, art, with no sense, and I have them very confused in my mind, and I've been trying to clear them out and
Okay.
accept being an artist. Let's say.
So almost in the end, where people can find you, what's the best place?
I don't know, maybe YouTube. YouTube. The best
yeah.
place is YouTube because I have my face also, because in most other platforms I only upload my work. And in
Mhm.
YouTube, Kner, it's just Kner. You can find me there. And
I will have all the links there.
That's
yeah, you
awesome.
have a awesome YouTube because you don't just show your artwork. You also talk. You do sketches. It's fun.
It's kind of like a mix of everything.
Yeah.
That I like.
Even the speed art I saw recently, you're doing like a voiceover and explaining how you do
I'm
it.
trying to.
It's not just
mix.
music. And, yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, pretty cool.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for being in the show, man.
Thank you for the invitation. I can't wait to have a part 2 after some years to see how we have evolved.
Whenever you want, you can come back.
Amen. Okay. sorry, the Greek.
We're gonna have the board game with the Pyramons ready. You're gonna explain what artist is. And
that would be awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. Thanks
awesome,
a lot
man.
for having
Thanks.
me. Bye. Took them away. Oh, sticker sound. Klats. It klats itself. What's the equivalent of klats in English?